what's up you guys, and welcome to the internet. So today I thought I would sit down and film another booktube video for you guys on my channel here. I know I do mostly videos with beauty related things, but I do like to throw these in once in a while just as something fun, and I've recently spiraled down into the land of booktube videos, so I've been watching quite a few recently, so I'll link my favorites for those actually down below for you guys if you want to check them out because they are kind of fun, and like I said, I'm secretly a book nerd at heart, so this is an aspect of my personality I do like to share with you guys. So for today, I thought I would sit down and film a video for you guys showing you my October wrap-ups, which is the books that I've read for the month of October, and then show you guys my November TBR, which is the books that I am planning to be reading. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So the month of October for me was a pretty good month as far as reading was concerned. I read some pretty good ones, some not so good ones, but overall I did read 4 books, 3 of which I have in front of me and one which I will annotate here somewhere, like try and include a picture if my editing skills will allow me, or I'll just link it down below for you guys. But the first book that I read for the month of October was The Heir by Kiera Cass, and this is one series that I have been obsessed with. I read the first, I think there's 3 books in the series. This is the 4th one, continuation of the first series, and this is actually with the daughter of the main character of the first 3 books. And this one was a pretty good book. I saw Elle Fowler do a book review on this one a way while back, and I've always wanted to read it. I got it recently. Actually, no, that's a lie. I got it back like during the summer actually, and I finally just was able to get down and like finish it and read it all in one sitting. Not all one sitting, but like all at once. So I liked it. I do agree though with her review that the main character of the book, her name is, oh my gosh, I haven't read this in a while, Adeline. She was not a likable character. She just was she was just kind of like a spoiled brat, and like I find that very hard when the main character of the book you don't like, because you obviously want to like the main character, but I just didn't like her. However, the book did leave on a cliffhanger, so I do want to know if she is making a sequel to this one. I really hope she is, because either way I do really want to read it because I love the series and it is really good. So I give this one like a 4 out of 5, only just because I didn't like the main character. However, I did like the book in general. So the second book that I read for the month of October is called Wild Hearts, and this is one I think, oh yeah, this, I don't know if I reviewed this one in the library book haul I got or not. I might have, but this one is one, this is, like I said, Wild Hearts by, what's the author's name? Jessica Burkhart. So this is one that I picked up recently just because it looked like romancy and like a light, easy, quick read, and I really enjoyed this. It's, like I said, a quick kind of teen romance novel. I read it probably in like 3 sittings. It was really quick read. I just think it's adorable. It was like a super fun romance novel about a boy meeting a girl and just like the interactions that they have, and it's also has horses in it because I'm obviously an animal nut, so obviously I liked that aspect of it too as well. And yeah, I just really enjoyed it. It was fresh, it was quick, it was a nice, just easy read, honestly. So I really enjoyed this, and I would honestly give this one probably 4.5 stars out of it. The only thing I didn't like was the way that it ended was kind of, not a cliche ending because it did wrap everything up pretty nicely, but it kind of was just like a, oh, like the way that the whole book went, I thought it would end differently than it did. So that was kind of the only sucky thing. But yeah, other than that, I really enjoyed it and hope you guys check it out. Okay, so the next one that I read I actually don't have in front of me, but it was one I mentioned in a previous video. I can't remember actually which one, but I know I've talked about it on my channel. I think it was my October favorites. I'm not sure. But that book is My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick, and I will try, like I said, to put a picture here, or I'll leave it down below if I can't with my editing skills. But yeah, that one was a really great book. Again, it was kind of that like teen romancy kind of feel to it. It was a little bit darker than Wild Hearts, which I kind of enjoyed, just because it was a little bit, not denser, but like a little bit more realistic, I guess you could say. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was really good. It's another one that had been on my list for a long time to finish and read because I've always been intrigued by it, and I've read really good reviews on it. Yeah, it's got a lot of suspense. There's some crazy stuff that happens in the book that I obviously won't spoil for you guys, but if you do want me to have a review on this, or actually any of the books that I talk about today, let me know down in the comments below and I can film that for you guys. But yeah, that one was a really good one. That was probably honestly my favorite book that I read this month for October, and I'd probably definitely give that one like a 5 out of 5 for sure. I enjoyed it. Alright, and the last book I read for the month of October, guys, was The Elephant's Secret Sense, The Hidden Life of Wild Herds in Africa by Caitlin O'Connell. And this one was, I've been trying to read more books this year. They're outside of my comfort zone, a little bit more either nonfiction or just stuff that I normally wouldn't pick up, which would obviously be more like this kind of stuff. So this one was, again, something that just kind of catched my eye when I was at the library, piqued my interest. Like I said, I love animals, so animal documentary kind of style books are always ones that I enjoy, so I did pick this one up. I did like it. The subject title, or the subject behind the study of the elephants, though, was a little not intriguing to me. I finished it. I did enjoy it, but it was a little bit kind of dense for me in certain places, and sort of some of the things they were talking about was a little over my head, just because I think it's a little bit outside of what I know as far as my knowledge of elephants and the things that they were talking about. So I probably would only give it like 3 out of 5 though, based on how much it kept my attention, but like I said, I finished it and it was a pretty quick read too as well. It wasn't too long. So yes, those are the books that I read for October, so real quick I'm just going to speed through what I am reading for the month of November. And the first one is one that I actually have already finished because it is already, what, the second week of October? November? Just kidding. And that is Lockhart's We Were Liars. And this is another one that's been on my list pretty much the whole year of one that I've wanted to read because I've seen so many people talk about it and see reviews on it and all of this crazy stuff. So I finally saw it at my local library, had to pick it up and finish reading it because I did have the PDF of it, but it was just really hard to read on my phone because I don't know, I couldn't get into it, but I actually read this in like 2 sittings. Again, it's not a very long book at all. I think it's only like 250 pages. And yeah, this one, again, it's very suspenseful. It's got like a lot of like it just kind of like a lot of stuff was kind of like out of nowhere. It's kind of written too like the Crank novels, the way that's written, the very kind of like poetic, I can't even explain it. It's just a very interesting way that it's written that I enjoyed, but at the same time, I don't know, it kind of just made you feel distant from the book, like you were watching like from the outside, which I feel like is kind of the point of it. Like they want you to kind of feel outside of it, but at the same time, it was just kind of, a lot of stuff was very like, I don't know, it just was very poetic the way it was written, but it was very also kind of hard to get into because of that, if that makes any sense. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but I did actually really enjoy it, and the cliffhanger, the way she sets it up, I did kind of see it coming, the way that the whole climax of the whole story, what you end up finding out, I did kind of see it coming, only just because of the way that it was written. It kind of like, it was pretty quick after I realized it, so it wasn't like I figured it out and then I was like, prove it to me. It kind of all happened simultaneously, so I did enjoy it because of that. It is sad. It's got kind of a deeper, kind of darker side to it for sure, but if you do like that kind of stuff, then I definitely would check it out because it is pretty interesting and I did actually really enjoy it. Again, it just kind of was like at first hard to get into, but once you get into it, you're like sucked in. Okay, so I am going to be a little overzealous this month because like I said, I am trying to read 50 books this month, and I've read 40 so far, so I do have 10 more books to read within the month of November and December. So yeah, so for this I do have 5 books here actually sitting in front of me, and 2 of them are kind of like I'll see if I get to them, but the first 3 I do really want to read. So the first one that I'm actually currently reading right now is called Stiff, and this is by Mary Roach, and I am loving this so far. It's so good. It's about the life of cadavers and like things that they're used for after obviously people die, and it's so funny and so interesting, and I'm like sucked in so much. It's fantastic. So I do want to do a review on this one for you guys because I really am enjoying it so far. I'm already like probably like 50 pages in, 30 to 50 pages in, so I'm really loving it. So I will be doing a review for this if you guys want to see that, so let me know down in the comments below if that's something you will be interested in, but I'm obsessed with it so far. The next one that I want to read is another one that I picked up from the library, and this one is called Juvie by Steve Watkins, and this seems like a very like teen version of Orange is the New Black, so I'm really interested to see how it goes. It just seems really interesting to me, and I'm really excited to read it, and yeah, I don't know, I love Orange is the New Black, so this one kind of seemed like the next step down, like in like craziness, so we'll see how this one goes along, and I'll let you guys know for sure. The next one that I do want to read is one by Gail Forman, and it is called I Was Here, and I love her books. The one If I Stay and Where She Went. I think is the other one. I love those books so much. So this one was one I saw, and I think it's one she's come out with fairly recently. But it does seem a little bit darker, similar to her other two books that I've read. So I'll let you guys know how this gets along. But I really am excited to read this one because it looks very good. Okay, and then the last two that I have are two that, like I said, I'm kind of, if I get to them, great. If not, not that big of a deal. I do want to read at least one of these, but the first one is Never Always Sometimes by Adi Alsad. Sorry. This one I did haul for sure, I know, in the library books haul that I put up a couple weeks back. So this one is a high school kind of teen fiction romancy kind of novel that seems pretty interesting, kind of funny, so I am excited to try and read this one. And if I don't get to that one, I probably will be trying to read Ever, and this is a total like throwback for me of like books that I used to read in high school and middle school because this is by Gail Carson Levine, and she's written Ella Enchanted. She's wrote like a bunch of like twists on the classic fairy tale books, which I love. I love her writing. I think it's really good. And this one is more of like a Greek mythology kind of take, it seems like, from what I've like seen so far. So yeah, I am interested. It's definitely a younger version for sure, like younger teen, so I'll probably breeze through it pretty quickly, to be honest, but I am excited. I really just love her writing, so I've always enjoyed her books, so hopefully that one I like too as well. So yes, that is everything that I've read for the month of October and hope to be reading in the month of November. If you guys do enjoy these kind of videos, again, please give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments below if you all want to see reviews of any of the books that I talked about that I've read or will be reading, and I can do that for you guys in my little bookworm corner over here on my channel. So yes, like I said, subscribe to see more of my face so you can see new videos that I put out, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!